Hello, children. I hope you all are doing good. Let's begin with English Literature, Chapter 6. Novel A Tale of Two Cities. Chapter 5 The Marquis. Marquis means nobleman. First, let's look at the summary of this chapter. Every 2 weeks, a powerful lord known as Monsieur holds a reception at a hotel in Paris. On this night, he indulges in a cup of hot chocolate, a treat requiring no less than 4 attendants. He wanted everyone around him to dress well. He prefers lavish dinners and receptions. Because of his position in the court, no one around him tells anything he doesn't want to hear. The last to leave the reception is the Marquis. Just as he likes, his man drives the carriage as quickly as possible so that the Marquis can see the common people dispersed before him. Suddenly, the carriage stops and people gather. A tall man was crying. The Marquis asked, "What's the matter?" and he was told that his carriage has hit and killed that man's child. The Marquis says that people should be more careful with the children, as they always come in his way. He was worried for his horses, as they might get hurt. He tosses a gold coin at Gaspard for his trouble. Monsieur Defarge tries to comfort Gaspard, saying that at least the child died quickly and knew no pain. The Marquis hears him and calls him a philosopher, tossing him a coin as well. As the carriage begins to drive away, someone throws one of the coins back into the carriage. The Marquis demands to know who threw the coin. He looks to see and found Gaspard hovering over his child and Madame Defarge next to him, silently knitting. Now we see that Marquis drives through a small poor village to his chateau. Chateau means a castle. The people of the village are poor because of all the taxes that they pay, including taxes to the Marquis. They are reduced to eating grass, leaves, and sometimes dirt. Meanwhile, we see the cruelty of the Marquis. A woman stops him with a petition about her husband, who is dead. She begs him for a morsel of wood or stone to mark her husband's grave so she can tell where he is buried. But the Marquis drives on. Arriving at his chateau, the Marquis asks his servants, who opens the door, whether Monsieur Charles has arrived from England yet. But he learns he has not. Now we see that the table has been set for a late supper for 2 in the tower room. But the Marquis' nephew has not yet arrived. Marquis begins to eat alone. Halfway through his meal, a young man arrives. It is Charles Darnay. Darnay suspects his uncle of adding to the evidence against him. He says that their family has done great harm to France. Darnay tells him he will go to England and stay there with a French doctor and his daughter, and the two say goodbye. The Marquis goes to bed thinking about the death of the child. Next morning, we see that the Marquis is still in his bed, with a knife pinning this note to his chest: "Drive him fast to his doom." And the chapter ends here. Now let's look at the character of this Marquis. The Marquis appears for the first time in this chapter. In this chapter, we see that Marquis feels that a gold coin is sufficient compensation for the loss of a child. Marquis treats the poor people as dogs, and at the end of the chapter, we see that Marquis is dead. Now, children, please go through this chapter, and I am giving you all the material. You have to do all the question answers and everything in your copy. Thank you.